Alright guys, let's talk about SUI on the channel once again. Now I'm not going to talk about anything else but SUI in this video. I just made a Bitcoin and Ethereum video. There's just too many things popping off, guys, so I don't want to spend too much time editing videos and things like this, so I just made a video for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'll make several more videos today just on certain cryptos. Now, if we do look at SUI here, actually it started its run back on the 21st of April. It actually broke through a few resistances on 22nd of April, broke this long-term trend line, which goes back to, January. And yeah, it did have quite a surge up, and it started to flag out on the 25th of April. Now, it finally broke out from this flag yesterday, and the target, guys, sits up here at just above $4.80. So now, keep in mind, we do have several resistances to break. So we do have to break this resistance here at $4.07. We have another one at $4.32. This is a weekly resistance, so it's going to be stronger. Now the daily up here at about $4.58, and then we have $4.80. So there is several resistances to break. It's not going to be so easy. Now, if we look back in history at the $4.07 mark, let me just go back. Let's see what we can find. Actually, we busted through it pretty quickly. Let me zoom in a little bit more. This candle here busted through it pretty quickly. We even broke down fairly quickly through it. Busted through it again. Busted through it again here. You know, usually when we meet $4.07, it's not that much of a resistance. It actually looks like it was more of a support, as you see here. Now, looking at the $4.32 mark, that one looks like it was a little bit more resistance. As you look over here, you look over here, yeah, it was also support here mostly and support here. It was a little bit, harder to break through that one. So let's see, guys. We probably need to look at the RSI and the Stoke. Let's get some idea how much more strength this might have. Now, daily time frame RSI is a little bit overbought here, coming down, but the Stoke is actually pointed heavily to the upside and right in the middle. Weekly, it's actually getting into the overbought territory on the Stoke. Pointed slightly to the upside here on the RSI. Now let's look at the monthly. If there is a monthly, it's barely printing here on the RSI, and Stoke has nothing still, so that's not much to go off. Now, Stoke on the 4-hour, just getting out of the overbought region and actually curving back up here, and it's flirting with basically being overbought on the RSI. 1 hour, it's actually not bad. Just coming out of the oversold territory, slightly pointed up here, but pointed slightly down. Actually, it's pointed heavily down, but just making its first little tick here down on the RSI. 15-minute time frame, just getting out of the overbought region, but pointed heavily down and just slightly up here on the RSI. So we do have kind of a lot of mixed signals here. SUI is a coin that I just really love. I have a lot of SUI. I do think SUI will end up doing, probably at least a 3x from here, and possibly 4 or 5, maybe even a 6x, guys. So I just think, if you don't have SUI at this point, I don't know if I would say it's too late, but this is probably what you can expect, basically. Maybe a 2.5 to 3x minimum. And that's just my opinion, guys. That's where I think this is going. Now, looking at the tokenomics, guys, basically there's 10 billion max supply. 3.33 billion is circulating at the moment. So that isn't too much, and that's why I say maybe $10 to $12 is probably at least in the bag. As long as they don't dilute, over the next probably, I would say, half year, then we'll probably make it to at least $10 or $12, guys. Now, all-time high, you're only getting about a 25% discount at the moment. And all-time low, you're 36 cents, but that was about a year ago. I wish I picked it up then, guys. But yeah, $5.35 was the all-time high. Now, this isn't much of a discount when it comes to other cryptos, basically, guys. Most other cryptos, have better discounts, I would say. But this is the number 12 coin, guys. So I would say this is one of the safer coins to put your money in. It just pulled back, you know, you just missed the pullback to like $1.68, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, this one I think could even make it to the top 10, honestly. Now, if you want to stake your SUI, guys, go to Coinondo here, and you can see that there's 22 deals found. I actually have mine in BitGet. I just want to let you know, guys, it doesn't have anything from BitGet here on Coinondo. However, if you don't have BitGet, there's, you know, all these other deals here, of course. What I would recommend, though, is probably not locking it up for especially 360 days. You just can't see that far down the road, guys. Or 180 days, maybe not even 60. Also, xt.com, do not use them, guys. They stole my Casper. I'll just go ahead and say that real quick. But I do have Bitrue. I don't trust HTX, really. Whitebit, I can't have. Binance might be a good deal, but it's 120 days, only for 2%. Anyways, check out BitGet. But yeah, if you don't have BitGet, you know, and you need to use one of these others, then you do have 22 deals here, guys. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got about SUI, guys, for you. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, and check out some of the deals for the exchanges below, guys. That would really help me out if you used my exchanges and deals, basically, and links, you know, because I do get something from that. Yeah, so see you in the next one, guys.